Saturday mornings I dedicate to answering the questions of fellow filmmakers in the Filmmakers Inquiry sub-series of my film and music short video series. If you have a question about anything film music related or on the videos I've posted, please do so by Friday morning. So let's begin. Heather D. Freeman on Instagram asked when involving a composer, what about scoring for a documentary where there isn't a script, or when the content direction may change rapidly during filming as circumstances with the subjects evolve? There is still a lot of planning that goes into documentaries: locations, content, interviewees, and/or subjects. Let's say you're doing a documentary that focuses in a small village in Mexico. Most likely the music will entail some sort of Aztec or Spanish influences. Or if it focuses on an urban neighborhood such as the Bronx in New York City, the music may entail some hip-hop, rap, urban beats, etc. Either way, you want your audience to develop a familiarization with your content in order to emotionally move them or enable them to relate. And one way is through music, bringing in your viewers aurally and emotionally through the presence of music that ties them to the subject matter. In other words, it is still preferable to have a composer on board sooner rather than later. He or she can create the template of what instruments and rhythms may best suit the environment and appeal to your audience. And once you have a rough cut, then you can have a spotting session and start thinking about themes. Vanina Kalra asked on Facebook, for typical composer contracts, are they usually work for hire, where all rights given to production? Or are they more often license or exclusive license, where the composer retains the rights, but licenses use to the production? To be honest, it really depends. There's no way of calculating who has done what. It varies depending on the composer and the project. Composers who are writing a score are usually on a work-for-hire basis, where the composer may have the ability to retain royalties every time the music is broadcasted or distributed, such as on a commercial or film. But no other income comes from the production company. FYI, royalties are paid by the Performing Rights Organization, or PRO, not the production company. More on that in a future video. When it comes to jingles or sonic logos, they can be bought out, where all rights are given to the production, but it is unlikely that a composer would allow this for established companies. They'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they did. To conserve the right to their music and compensation for every time their original work is broadcasted as the company grows, they would require these big companies to purchase a license. For example, Intel must purchase a license in order to use their sonic logo on their promotions, whether it's for a duration of time or per production. If they wanted to buy out the sonic logo, they would have to calculate the amount of productions using that series of notes for however long the company will last. That's a lot of money. So the license may be the less expensive option. When it comes to films that will not be broadcasted or distributed, the composer will work for hire, but still retain some rights, such as to show on social media, use in a portfolio, or to score their own showcases. The contract will most likely differ than usual work-for-hire contracts. But the work cannot be used on another film, so the production company will retain originality for that piece, in a sense, a form of ownership. So all in all, it depends on what the composer wishes to accomplish with the project at hand, whether to work for hire and give up ownership but receive royalties, license out their work to retain ownership and continue to grow financially with the company, or retain ownership but have the score work as an exclusive original piece for a company or studio's product, and allow them to use it anywhere to promote that product. Her second question was, what is a reasonable turnaround on, let's say, a 10-minute short, assuming nothing overly complicated? I would say 2 to 3 weeks to compose, engineer, mix, and master. With the weeks ahead, you will be able to see my process and what I mean by that, but I would estimate 7 to 8 minutes will contain music. Always shoot high in order to budget appropriately. So if you have any questions, please ask them by Friday morning so that I may answer them on Saturday morning. Ciao for now!